Hey there everybody, how you doing? I am Francis and welcome back to the Red Reaper. So we are currently in the middle of a murder mystery. The doctor is dead, the fisherman is missing, and everybody is, well, in a total panic, and we're trying to figure out who is the murderer. Right now I'm suspecting really everybody. The only person I think is innocent really is the judge, because, well, this is his home and he wouldn't be sending notes to himself saying that you know, there's about to be a murder to take place. He wouldn't tell himself that if he was the murderer. So he's the only person right now that I believe is innocent, and I'm kind of leaning towards the executioner being innocent too, because somebody made a good point. She is an executioner, but she's not going to kill anybody unless she's told to. So I think she's innocent as well. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, she does still kill people. She could be the only one that's capable of killing somebody, so that's a thing as well. Either way, we're gonna move on to the next chapter. Let's go. Chapter 6. The Missing Piece. It was decided by the group that it was high time for them to finally bring the wizard outside and look for the fisherman. The spinster decided to reason that there could be a chance that her son was still alive. While the judge thought it was unnecessary, the executioner said that if the fisherman was alive, this would be the perfect time to bring him in for questioning. Yeah, that's the thing also. People think the fisherman, you know, is the murderer because he went missing when the doctor died. I'm not thinking that's the case. We know that he has a sleepwalking spell, so I'm thinking he was just sleepwalking and went outside and it just happened to be the same day. I don't doubt he was kidnapped, but I really don't think he was the murderer. I really don't. The spinster and the ragamuffin left the mansion in the middle of the blizzard to look for the fisherman. When they returned, what they saw and what they brought back would solve the mystery of the murder for good. Oh boy. Or so they thought. Oh, hello. Is that the fisherman? Oh, shit. The fisherman is dead. He is leaking water from his mouth and nose. It seems he was drowned. In his pocket, there is a bloody knife. The drowned body has been added to your key items. Alright, well, he was drowned. And a bloody knife. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe he was the murderer since he has a bloody knife, you know? Shit. The spinster is sobbing quietly. My son. My sweet, innocent son. Wait. What is this in your pocket? This wasn't here when we found you. I just took the rope back to your room. How? I don't understand. You couldn't have done such a heinous thing. Oh, so when you found him, he didn't have the knife in his pocket. Okay, I see then. Okay, I don't think he was a murderer then. Somebody put the knife back in his pocket then. And you left me. You left me before you could prove your own innocence. I don't believe it. The knife. I guess it really was him. Thank you, Ragamuffin, for helping me find my son. I'm in shock. This isn't happening. This isn't happening. No problem, ma'am. I'm sorry for your loss. Wow, that's interesting. But yeah, if the knife wasn't in his pocket when they found him, he couldn't be the murderer. So somebody planted it on him. Oh, hello! Oh, lost soul! You gotta stop jumping out on me like that. Alright, let's just burn you. Oh, you're still alive! Not anymore. Boom. So close. You're so close. Hi, champion. Strange. Strange indeed. That box used to be over here where the circle is. Marks on the wall. They look like they were made by a sharp and jagged knife. There is also blood on the floor. It smells foul. You might be onto something, champion. This is very strange. The jug is dripping with red liquid. It smells foul. Okay, so this jug's now I'm guessing someone tried to clean off blood with it since, you know, before it was just a normal water jug, right? But it's red now. It's a sink. The water isn't flowing. So someone is definitely trying to frame the fisherman and is trying to get rid of the evidence that it could be them, you know. Loaves are scattered. One of the loaves is stained red. Red stained bread. That's weird. That door is closed again. Okay. Nothing really going on in the basement. This is getting weirder and weirder. Hello? Something was burning in here not too long ago. There seems to be burnt scraps of paper scattered all over the fireplace. That is suspicious. Someone was trying to burn something. The wines look a lot cheaper than the ones in the basement. These are ones for guests. Still 2 bottles missing. Alright, nothing has changed here. Anyone in here? Nope. Nothing at all in the dining room. We were told for this chapter the rooms upstairs are open, so we'll see what's going on the upstairs department. Anyone in the library? Oh, yep. Judge and executioner. I don't understand. They all just suddenly disappeared. How could they have disappeared? Where'd you put them? Only you and I know about them. Oh, the letters he got! Oh, we saw the fireplace burn, so someone was trying to burn the judge's notes. They were just in my room, but then again, all the bedrooms were unlocked. But who would think to take them? We may not have proof that someone was threatening you, but think about it. Maybe this is a good thing. How exactly? I'm afraid showing the others the series of letters will only make you suspicious. Suspicious? Me? Yes, after all, the doctor did have a nasty reputation, didn't she? Well, that is correct, but not enough for me to sentence her for anything. They will not see it that way, Judge. Even you have to admit, you're not a popular person. And I am much less liked. So maybe this is best for both of us? I see what you're saying. I do see what you're saying. Let's be content with what we have. It's an open and shut case. The fisherman has been found. It seems he tried to escape after killing the doctor. Yeah, it looks that way, but I still feel like that's not the case. Like, I still think it was somebody else and they're just trying to frame it off on the fisherman. Because he didn't have the knife when he was found. That was a very key piece that we found there. Good thing the spinster and Ragamuffin went out to look for him. I guess that little sneak thief was good for something. And he died in a blizzard? Well, not exactly, he drowned. In a tragic, yet karmic turn of events, his punishment caught up to him before his executioner could. Yes, the public will buy that. But this between you and me, and you know when I'm lying and when I'm not. I swear to you that I had nothing to do with this murder. Of course you didn't. You were inside the mansion the whole time. And neither did I. Okay. The rooms are open, so we're gonna go take a look. Well-made bed. Spinster probably did it. I can always count on a spinster. Extravagant arrange of flowers. Better looking than the ones in the Great Hall. Basket full of apples. Well-made bed. The spinster probably made it. Just like a professional housekeeper. Looks comfy. Alright. Like I said, can always can't count on the spinster, you know. I check every circle though. Because those are apparently the clues. And I think the only things I really have to interact with to solve this case. Summer dress. Still weird to wear during the cold and all, but whatever, I'm not going to judge her. Hi, Maiden. Poor spinster. But at least I now know the son of a bitch who took her from me. I don't know how to feel. This doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to me either. I don't think not the doctor. I don't think the fisherman is the murderer we're looking for. I'm glad someone feels the same way I do. Like, we could really just wrap up this case and be like, case closed if he really was the murderer, but I don't think that's the case. Well made bed. Oh, this is the fisherman's room. Okay. The line used for fishing. The spinster must have put it back here. She said she was going to. Well made bed, coated to touch. The bath towel and bathrobe are still untouched. Well, he was outside for, what, days? At least the last 3 chapters he was. Sorry about you, doctor. Not much is going on in your room. Alright. On to the next chapter. But we learned a lot in this chapter. Looks like the case is closed, but I don't think it is. Next chapter! Chapter 7. The Interrogation. The Maiden is not content with the result of the sham investigation conducted by the judge and his pet executioner. As soon as the blizzard lets up, she calls over her friend, Detective Remy Poirot. That's you, darling. You're in the story now. Oh, yeah, up till now I was just, you know, I was there, but I wasn't really part of the story. Detective Poirot informed each of the remaining living house guests that anyone could have been the killer, and that no one is exempt from the investigation. What they didn't know, however, was that the detective had a special skill. The ability to discern absolute truths. When a suspect says something that is absolutely true, no matter what, it becomes red text to the detective. Anything else said by the suspect can be either true, misunderstood, or an outright lie. Okay, so if anything's in red text, that line is absolutely true. Got it. But for the detective, red is truth. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Oh wow, the background changed. You can now interrogate the suspects in their respective bedrooms. The corpses have been left uncovered for you to examine thoroughly. Okay. Well, we're gonna say, because it looks like we're about to wrap up this case. So everyone's in the bedrooms then, right? I will check the other rooms though if there's any missing clues that I didn't pick up. There could be more pieces to this puzzle. The sparrow is new. Water isn't flowing in a sink. Basket full of bread smells foul. One of the loaves is stained red. I feel like that's important. The jug is dripping with red liquid and it smells foul. There are marks on the wall. They look like they were made by a sharp and jagged knife. There is also blood on the floor. Smells foul. Do you guys think maybe that box was put here to hide the knife scrapings on the wall? Because that was there already. Like, that was there for a few chapters. It was only moved now. And I'm guessing the reason we couldn't investigate the scratches before is because the box was in the way. And I guess, well, we shouldn't have been able to see them. We could only from our point of view because of RPG, right? A lot cheaper than the ones in the basement. These ones are for guests. 2 bottles are still missing. Alright. Alright, not much has changed from before. So, time to go back upstairs and question everybody. Nothing in the library, I'm guessing, right? Yep. Alright. Oh, wow, hello. What happened to the room? It's the judge? Alright. Detective Remy. I am the judge. As the avatar of the very law that governs this land, I will answer your questions truthfully. This I can swear to you. Alright, please describe your day yesterday. As soon as the blizzard became unbearable for the townsfolk, people started coming in. I remember it was the spinster and the fisherman who arrived first, along with a third person that I can't remember. Okay, this is important, because I'm assuming it's one of the people that came first that, you know, did the murders, because he was getting notes as more and more people came in, right? I don't think the spinster did it, and I'm really doubting that the fisherman is the murderer too. Cause remember, Fisherman didn't have the knife when they found him. So someone planted it on him when they got back to the mansion. So whoever this third person is, I'm very suspicious of them. An hour later, 3 more people arrived, including the doctor herself. An hour after that, 1 more arrived. That made 8 of us. We had dinner at 7 p.m. and then we went our separate ways after that, with most of us keeping to our own business. I retired to my quarters at 10 p.m. Okay, that's some very useful information. Everything was in red, so yeah, I really don't think the judge did it. He was completely truthful. Everything was in red, which means everything was the absolute truth. How do you know the deceased? The doctor is a renowned physician and philosopher who made quite a name for herself throughout the town. I personally never became her patient, and this is only the first time I have met her. Saying that it would also be the last. There were terrible rumors going around which I paid no mind to since I do not convict criminals based on rumors. That is good. Because rumors most of the time are just that, you know, rumors. Word went around that the doctor was using the underprivileged as guinea pigs for her studies, often torturing them and infecting them with all sorts of terrible diseases. Yeah, if those rumors were true, that's terrible. But those were just rumors, as you can see, so they meant very little to me. There simply wasn't any evidence whatsoever. As for the Fisherman, well, I apologize, Detective, but I know close to nothing about him. I believe he suffered from the sort of chronic illness. Do you have anything that could be used as a weapon? As a matter of fact, yes I do. I do have a sword that I keep in deep storage under in the basement. I have seen that! Its handle is made of gold and it's covered in jewels. Yeah, I've seen that sword once. Remember where all the lost souls were? They were there. It was given to me by a general who wanted to reward me. I suppose for sparing his son from the gallows. His son was a filthy deserter in the army. Oh! To this day, I regret sparing that whelp. The sword is dull, but won't even cut through bread. It's mainly decorative. I don't put it on display because it looks too garish, even for me. Okay. Did you notice anything suspicious? Yeah, yesterday, as the afternoon and evening went on, I had been receiving some disconcerting letters from an anonymous sender. I have no idea how they kept managing to find me, which leads me to believe that the source was somewhere within the house. And since the letter explicitly states that a murder was going to take place, I have reason to believe that the sender is the killer themselves. I showed them to the executioner and she had been hyper-vigilant ever since. Unfortunately, I no longer have them with me. Someone had stolen them. If only you could turn back time, I could have shown it to you. I've seen them already, don't worry, buddy. Are you the killer? I mean, I know you're not, but I have to ask all the questions, right? I have to ask the hard questions. Detective, as you two are an avatar of the law, like myself, know that I am the only one who can say this to you with a straight face. I did not kill anyone. I hope I made myself clear, Detective. Do not make a mistake you will regret. Yeah, I knew the judge was innocent. I just had to ask the questions, you know. Alright, room number 2. I believe you're the spinster, right? Good evening, Detective Remy. Feel free to help yourself to some fruit. Don't eat the fruit. It isn't real. You'll just taste paper. Oh, thank you, E. Alright, describe your day yesterday. As soon as the door to our humble home was blown away, my son and I immediately left just in case the house would collapse on us. We were so scared. Yeah, you're the spinster, because the spinster was the mother of the fisherman. We were desperate for shelter. I'm an old woman and my joints are about to freeze in their place. Fortunately, the judge graciously let us into his home. I recall we were the first 2 to arrive, along with someone else I can't seem to remember. No one can remember who this third person is. As a way of saying thanks, I offered to do housework since the poor judge lived all by himself. He hadn't seen a warm, home-cooked meal in months. After dinner, my son and I talked about his illnesses, which I'm ashamed to say I neglected over the years. I advised him to be very wary of the doctor. As I went to my room at about 10 p.m., I saw him go downstairs, presumably to meet with the doctor. That was the last I saw of him. After dinner, I never saw the doctor again either. Well, you mean alive. But yeah, everything was in red, so you're telling the truth about that. How do you know the deceased? Well, the fisherman is her son. Oh, I might not have cleared it up with you. I apologize, but the fisherman is my adopted son. Or rather, was my adopted son. I adopted him when he was still a frail young orphan living in the streets of our village. As for the doctor, of course, who doesn't know her? I thought only the rich and powerful could afford her, but how she treated my son. I'm afraid I have made a grave error in my judgment of her. Well, yeah, you went off the rumors, but I guess I can't believe that. You know, thinking about your son and all, you know. Despite all of the rumors. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I'd rather not speak ill of the dead. Okay. Anything you could use as a weapon? Oh, well, not exactly. I did not bring anything with me of the sort. However, I have been using a meat cleaver for cooking. I borrowed one for I had nothing to chop ingredients with. Okay. Did you notice anything suspicious? I spent most of the time here cooking and cleaning in order to earn my stay, so I was not able to pay attention to any storage details. However, I did notice the doctor and the maiden have a heated meeting in the hallway after dinner was finished. Well, the doctor and the maiden, as we learned, are lovers. Are you the killer? I don't know what to say. I'm a frail old woman and my son is dead. I'm not capable of such a thing. Please believe me, detective. Although I trust the truth will come out. God knows I am innocent. But nothing was in red, but I really don't think you killed your own son. So I think you're safe. Like, she didn't really say anything for me to suspect it's her, right? Well-made bed has been served, probably made it. Just like a professional housekeeper, looks comfy. Oh, you're the executioner. Oh boy. You're wasting your time, detective. Alright, well, we gotta go through this anyways, okay? Describe your day yesterday. I heard a judge had company, so I decided to crash the party. Just in case any funny business went down. You saw how well that turned out. I was the last to arrive. Yeah, last to arrive, so it can't be you. It was one of the first people that came, because he was getting a notice as more people were coming in. So it couldn't have been you. Even though you're really the only one that's capable of killing. But yeah, just that line there alone tells me that the executioner is innocent. Well, I'll admit, I was not the first vigilant of guardians. I did keep an eye on that sneak thief, Little Miss Ragamuffin. I went to the room at around 10 o'clock, but it took me another hour to fall asleep. That is it. Disappointed? Well, so am I. Okay. How do you know the deceased? The doctor had it coming. I know the truth about her. We just didn't have any damn proof. She's a scoundrel and a murderer who puts on a pretty face. And I should know, I am just like her. As for the fisherman, nope, I got nothing. Okay. Do you have anything that could be used as a weapon? She's the executioner, of course he does. Yeah, I keep a dagger in my back pocket. Not that I need it with all of these blood sacks I'm sharing the house with. Executioner shows you the dagger. The blade is about as long as your entire hand. Straight and smooth, and it's very sharp. I mean, weapons were used, like a knife was used as the murder weapon, but I don't think it was her because, well, it was obviously the fisherman's knife because it was bloody, right? If you're implying that I had anything to do with the murder, know that I surely would have done it cleaner. This is clearly amateur work, not my style. Yeah, I'm really thinking she's innocent. Did you notice anything suspicious? Yeah, the ragamuffin, that's all. You really don't like the ragamuffin, do you? Are you the killer? No. Care to give proof? I don't need proof, because I am a killer. I have slaughtered who knows how many innocent people. Who knows how the cockroach-like ragamuffin I've stomped out in existence. Believe me, detective, I am no monster. I'm just a hired blade on someone's dime. And no amount of money will make me commit the heinous crime that took place here yesterday. I may be the Red Woman, but I'm no criminal. Wait, Red Woman? Red Reaper? Is this like a true story? Is this a true story and the executioner here is Narcissa? Oh shit. Like, now that I think about it, she does look like Narcissa. And both of them have like the reputation of being Red something. Red Reaper, Red Roman. Am I onto something here? Or am I just going crazy? Alright, well, we'll leave. You proved your innocence. Thank you, Executioner. Hello, Maiden. Oh, hi. A summer dress. Okay, I just noticed the law still run up on me. Alright, let's murder it. Okay, it's not transforming unlike the other ones, so physical attacking will get the job done. I'm taking a lot of damage though. Uh-oh. Let-oh! Alright, I'm not gonna take any chances. Let's just burn you out of here. Yeah! Good evening, Detective. Good evening, Detective Remy. Sorry to call you on such short notice. I'm in desperate need of your expertise. Expertise, you see. I do not believe that we have enough evidence to pin the Fisherman as my beloved doctor's murderer. But if per your investigation it turns out that the Fisherman truly is the culprit, then at least I know that reaching that conclusion has done the proper way. Alright, I obviously know flat out that she's not the murderer because she wouldn't kill her beloved doctor, right? And she's the one also who called me here because it being the Fisherman didn't feel right to her. Describe your day yesterday. When I arrived here, there were already 3 other people. Just minutes before I arrived, the doctor and the champion entered the house right after one another. I froze in place the moment I saw her walk through the front door, even covered in snow. The icicle formed on her frayed ends. She was so... Please, you have to tell me the rest. I'm sorry. It's so hard. I remember arguing with her over something stupid. Our relationship. How the public saw her. I was so selfish. And I went to bed angry and disappointed. About the same time as the executioner because I heard her marching around her room. After our argument, I never saw the doctor alive again, and well, that was that! Yeah, I really do believe she's innocent. She wanted to kill her beloved doctor, but I had to go through the questions. How do you know the deceased? Lover. Please. Please don't make me say it. The doctor and I... Well, I guess it doesn't matter now. We were lovers. As for the Fisherman, I'm sorry, Detective, but I did not know him. Okay. Have anything that could be used as a weapon? I do have a crouching needle, but I don't think that could be used to kill anyone. Okay. Made of steel, it's about as long as your forearm, and the tip is quite pointy. You could poke someone's eye out with this, if you're not careful. Yeah, I don't think she's the murderer though, because the Fisherman was drowned, but the doctor was stabbed, didn't have an eye poked out. I have quite a bit of skill in sewing, crotching, and anything to do with fabric actually. It keeps the boredom away. Okay, do you notice anything suspicious? Not particularly, but the way the judge and especially the executioner jumped to conclusions too fast, instantly declaring the Fisherman's guilt, that's suspicious. Yeah, that's why you called me here. Are you the killer? Ha! Uh-oh. How dare you! Get out of my room! I'm sorry. I have been through a lot the past day. I shouldn't have taken it out on you. No, Detective, I did not kill the doctor or the Fisherman. I wish I had proof, but I don't. I trust you will stumble upon the truth eventually. Yeah, I don't think it's you, but I had to ask. Alright, champion! What up with you, man? Got nothing to say. You're gonna have to talk today, I'm afraid. Describe your day yesterday. I arrived at this house seeking shelter. I arrived with the maiden and the doctor. I quietly ate dinner with the rest and spent most of the time after that reading a book in the house's study. If you must know, The book was about ancient fighting techniques, not that it would matter to your investigation. I went to my quarters at 9 p.m. earlier than others did, and I did some light meditating for 2 hours before going to bed. Okay. How do you know the deceased? I was her patient once. I dislocated my jaw after a brutal fight. As for the fisherman, no, I don't know him at all. No one seems to know the fisherman, except for the spinster. Do you have anything that could be used as a weapon? I have gauntlets, although it's the fists underneath all the armor that make all the difference. Yeah, it was definitely not you then. Did you notice anything suspicious? During my meditation, I noticed some strange noises coming from outside my room. It was 2 sets of footsteps, about a few seconds apart from each other, both going past my room. I paid it no mind and I carried on with my meditation. Later, I was woken in the middle of sleep by another set of footsteps. This time, just one set. And I swear, they sounded heavy. Yeah, you mentioned this before, so you're staying truthful to your story. I really don't think it was a champion. Like they were carrying or dragging something around. Alright. Are you the killer? I'm sorry, I have to ask. Well? I'm sorry, Detective Remy. I cannot answer your rhetorical question. Yeah, I do believe he's innocent though. Hello, Ragamuffin. You're not really talking about much. Hello, Detective. Please describe your day yesterday. I arrived around the same time the doctor did. I pretty much just stumbled upon the mansion while looking for shelter. When I got here, I was so cold and hungry, I don't even remember much of what happened until we started eating. During dinner time, the executioner went out of her way to be extremely demeaning of me as much as she could. Kept saying things such as, "You stupid rag girl," or "You'll get yours," and other such threats. She purposely got a bottle of wine from the study and smashed it on the floor in the dining room, and she made me clean her mess up, all while taunting me too. I would have fought back, but she's such a frightening woman. What else? She caught me stealing a basket of bread, threatened to have me executed if I ever did anything of the sort ever again. Joke's on her though, I took the bread in my room anyway. I went to my room at 10 p.m. Okay. How do you know the deceased? The doctor was a very charitable person. I remember her always going to the slums where I live and giving free medicine and constitutions. My brother once became her patient during one of her visits to our part of town. Unfortunately, he died soon after seeing her, but at least she tried. As for the fisherman, not particularly. Not enough to know if he's a killer though. I often saw him as I wandered around the slums. All I know is that he often wandered around town in his sleep. Sometimes running into other people's doors and sometimes falling into ravines or rivers. Maybe he killed the doctor in his sleep. I don't think that's possible. Like the executioner said, the murder was kind of sloppy, but it does seem like there was some strategy involved. He wouldn't be able to think straightly like that and carry out this kind of murder in his sleep. So I don't believe that. Do you have anything that could be used as a weapon? No, not unless you count bread. I used to have a tiny ice pick I could use to protect myself, but unfortunately, I lost it in the blizzard. My dress has no pockets, so I just carried it in my fist. That's probably why I dropped it in the first place. Okay. Notice anything suspicious? Before going to bed, I heard a single set of footsteps going past my door. I paid it no mind and went straight to sleep. That's pretty much it. The judge has a bunch of creepy letters too. You should probably check those out as well, Detective. Okay. Are you the killer? You too, Detective? You're just like the executioner. Preying on people like me just because I am poor and desperate doesn't mean I have no morals. I am innocent! Okay. I believe you. Oh, this room. Yeah, the fisherman's room. Probably used for fishing. The spinster must have put it back here. Well made bag, coated to touch. Bath towels and bathrobes are untouched. He's dead. I like how they put that in red to make sure that you know it's the truth. He's really dead. He is leaking water from his mouth and nose. It seems he was drowned. There's no sign of a struggle. What was he doing out there in the blizzard all by himself? Was he even alone out there? Who knows? Fishing knife used to gut fish. It's covered in blood. The blade is irregular and serrated. The knife was found in the fisherman's person by the ragamuffin and the spinster after they had brought his body into the house. Interesting. I'm actually starting to suspect ragamuffin, by the way. Because nobody else mentioned her, right? Nobody at all mentioned her, right? Except for Executioner, right? She was one of the people that came in with the spinster when they found the fisherman, right? And Spinster said he didn't have a knife when she came in. But Ragamuffin and Spinster were the two that found her, right? Or found him, right? And everyone else were kind of told when they came into the house. And they always said there was a third person that they didn't remember. Could she be the third person? Because everyone else we kind of were told when they came in. This one's red. Yeah, she's dead. Floor is covered in what looks like blood. It smells strange. Like it's sweet. Is this even blood? There's a gaping wound on a doctor's back that's now dried out. There's still fresh blood around the wound. The wound is roughly a straight line, but it's more jagged and irregular in shape. Wound is also shallow, and whatever weapon was used to stab her did not go all the way through. There are also small cuts on her wrist and shoulder, like she tried to fight back her killer. But you are definitely not sure. It only took one stab to the back. But that would mean that she didn't see the killer coming. And as she bled out, she tried to fight back, but eventually succumbed to her injuries and died. Tragic end, completely undeserved. No matter how she was in life. Wow. So she was stabbed in the back and tried to fight back. Holy shit. Okay. Well, there we go. We're gonna find out who is the murderer, but we're gonna be doing that in the next episode. Thank you everybody for joining me and coming back to Red Reaper. Hope you guys are enjoying this. And I'll see you guys next time as well. I think we close this case and I think we have to go to the next chapter to finish everything up. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a nice day. Bye everybody.